Hello everyone, it's Raza von Werder from the University of Mother God Church. I want to explain what happened to me in my last year of school in Brooklyn when I went to live with my dad. It was really sad and sorrowful and caused terrible trauma, terrible pain. Um, it's, excuse me. Ooh. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't have a cold or anything. Just whatever is in the air. Allergies, whatever. Dust, probably. I don't know. But anyway, I had a terrible last year of my high school in Brooklyn. I left my abusive mother and my evil brother and my horrible family under the power of my evil mother, and got expelled from school because I stayed away from school. I played hooky, so and they expelled me. And so my mom sent me, well, whatever. So it was finally arranged that I got to live with my dad. My dad should have taken me years before. This was already too late. Dad, I'm 16. You could have taken me away from abusive mom when I was 10. You waited till I was 16. It's too late, Dad. But whatever. So I went to school, and the following happened in school. When I first appeared, I look mature. I'm in an ethnic school. 75% of the people are black, Puerto Rican, mixed race, ethnics, and then the rest are Jewish, Polish, Italian, and a few, like 10% are Jewish, Polish, Italian, and something else, but 90% are black and ethnic. So now I'm white, I'm 5'7". I'm walking down the halls, they think I'm a teacher. Hello, 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 teacher. I'm 16 years old. They all think I'm a teacher. Alright, so I get involved. Everybody adores me. I get involved with the basketball. I go to White. I love basketball. I'm a basketball freak. I used to play it. I love to play it. I used to stay after school to play it. When I was a social worker in 1975 or so, I used to play basketball with boys all the time, every night. I love basketball. So I went to our high school basketball games. We were the champions. Our team were the champions. And the groupies that followed the basketball team were all black girls. I was the only white girl that went. So I got involved with the basketball groupies. So they used to be spooked out because sometimes gangs of boys used to follow them down the street, the group of basketball groupies. And the fact that I walked with them, they felt it protected them because they, the gang of boys, thought I was a teacher. So they loved me being around with them. Well, I was infatuated with a boy on the basketball team who was Italian. Wish I could remember his name right now, but I don't. I don't remember his name. But he was, to me, he was gorgeous and sexy. 16 years old. So that's the main reason. One of the main reasons I went. So one day the kids asked me, "Can we come to your apartment? That's the basketball guys and the groupies, the black girl groupies. Can they come to my apartment to party after the basketball game?" Now, my dad was working nights. He worked at the post office, and he was working nights. So there was nobody there but me. So I let them. So they came over, and one night when they were over, it was nice. Everything was pleasant. Everything was nice. Well, that happened again. They asked me again if they could come over. So I said, okay. So that night, they really hurt me badly. The boy I was infatuated with went into my room. I had a beautiful room that I painted. I painted it gorgeous. I painted it hunter green. Well, the floor was light green, shiny. The walls were hunter green with gold trim. We had this very beautiful gold, like panels that made decorations, and I had a beautiful bed with a gold cover, like a satin gold cover, and I had a beautiful vanity case. Everything my dad bought, and I did all the work. I painted everything. The boy I was infatuated with and a few other kids went in there with girls, and the boy I loved was with a black girl making out on my bed. My bed. Another girl went on my dad's bed in the other bedroom with a tall black boy. She was black, with a tall black boy. Got in bed with him in my dad's bed and making out with him. They weren't doing sex, but they were making out. Every time he tried to do something too much to her, she would shoot him down. Excuse me. Salud ispecata. The boy I got stuck with in the living room was this guy that looked like Ichabod Crane. He had a nose bigger than his face. And he was infatuated with me. And he was trying to make it with me, and he was disgusting and repulsive, and I couldn't stand him. And meanwhile, the boy I love is in my room on my bed with a black girl. So the next time that they want to come to my house, my apartment, I go, no. So they said, we're going to fix you. We're going to destroy your reputation. And they did. They passed the rumor in the school that I had VD, venereal disease. And pretty soon I was ostracized. I mean, nobody would talk to me. I had a lot of friends by then. I had two girls, they were Jewish, that were my buddies. And all of a sudden, every time I tried to talk to them, they just walked away from me. They wouldn't talk to me. It was horrible. So one day, one of the Jewish girls was walking right in front of my apartment building on South First Street, and I tried to talk to her, and she just tried to walk away, and I said, stop, stop, stop. Why aren't you talking to me? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? She goes, Raza, I'm sorry, but we were told that you have VD. I go, no, I don't. She says, well, our parents won't let us talk to you. So I was, not only them, but it passed through the whole school like wildfire. I have VD. So nobody will talk to me. How are they going to get VD by talking to me? But I was ostracized. And so I began to stay away. Just like the other school, I stayed away because of the abuse at home. Now I stayed away because of the ostracism. It was very painful. I went from the frying pan into the fire. What I went through as a young person, only God knows. Now, look, I'm not complaining. Millions of people and millions of animals, billions of animals, suffered worse than me. I suffered very little. But what I could bear, but this is what I went through. So I'm not saying it was the worst of the worst. I'm just saying, this is what I lived through. So I wanted to get out of there. As soon as I finished school, I wanted to get out of there. And I did get out of there. And that's when I left home. I began to just make connections with people in the city. I walked up and down the streets. I met artists that were drawing pictures of portraits. And if I had the money, I paid for it. If I didn't have the money, I would plead with them to just do it for free. Sometimes they did it for free. I began to meet a lot of artists. I met a photographer. The photographer took pictures of me topless. They were very attractive, beautiful pictures. And he did his own prints, 8x10s, beautiful pictures, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pictures. And he got kind of bored with me and tired of me hanging around him and bothering him, and he introduced me to this man named Adolphe Barreau. And Adolphe Barreau was one of the editors of FAWCETT books, which were photography books. Adolphe Barreau, he's a whole big story I could tell you about. I will tell you about it. Adolphe Barreau showed me his books, and he showed me this one photographer named Andre de DIENES. And he says he's the best. And their pictures were gorgeous. And it brought to me a thought and a feeling and a desire to be a nude model. Now, I was told I was ugly. I was convinced I was ugly, but I wasn't sure if I was or not. So Adolphe Barreau, I began hanging around with him instead of the other guy, because the other guy wanted to get rid of me. He was tired of me. The other photographer. So Adolphe Barreau never got tired of me. In fact, he got me a job once with a photographer who raped me. Or he seduced me, whatever, had sex with me for nothing, for free. It took advantage of a young girl who didn't know any better. And Adolphe Barreau, when he came back, he left me alone with the guy. He said, "Didn't you charge him?" Well, hey, Adolphe, I ain't no prostitute. The guy tried to have sex with me, and I didn't know what to do, so I did it. I mean, I was a naive kid. And he left me alone with the guy. The guy paid me for the modeling, which was a pittance. But he did sex to me, which he should have, which was wrong, and he should have recompensed me for it, but he didn't, you know. He took advantage of a young, naive, innocent girl, is what happened. But anyway, Adolphe Barreau one night says, "Andre de DIENES is coming over tonight." And he was the world's greatest nude photographer. And I waited for him. And I answered the door in the nude. And he fell in love with my naked body. And he said, "If you want to go to California and be a nude model and be in Playboy, be at the Chelsea Hotel tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and I'll take you to California." And that's how I went, left home, and went to California. To be continued.